Welcome back to the Green Means Go YouTube channel. It's your host, me, otherwise known as Makanje here. Got this new sign. Love it. My friend got it for me for my birthday. We're lighting it up. So, welcome to the channel again. We are going to review the conference finals, NFL playoffs this weekend, Sunday. We got two games. First game, 3 o'clock Eastern time. We have the NFC, Niners, Eagles. 6 o'clock, 6:30, we have the AFC, Bengals, and the Chiefs. Now, this might look a little confusing because it is, but that just means you have to pay extra close attention. Start off with a little bit of an overview. Philadelphia's weather is going to be 53 in January? What? Okay, so that's very pleasant. Low winds, and it's going to stay dry. So pretty abnormal for a January playoff game near the East Coast. Other game, Kansas City, Missouri. We have 24 degrees as the high. Same mile-an-hour winds, not going to be too bad. So much different situation there. We'll talk about what that means as we move forward. So, as a total review, I have 9 picks for you today. I have a TikTok. It is Green Means Go TikTok. Every day I make usually 3 plays. Today is Friday. I'm not going to make any plays today on Friday on my TikTok. I'm going to plug this video. Saturday, I'm busy all day. I got a wedding. Not going to make any plays. And Sunday, we're going to be coming back from the wedding. I'm going to give myself some grace. No plays. So 3 days I'm going to miss. 9 picks here, 3 per day. So we're going to throw 1 unit on all of these and kind of call this a Friday, Saturday, Sunday combo platter. So let's look. All right. So all the green that you see here, and we'll talk about each of these individually, are my slam picks I really like. My yellow are picks that I'm still going to put a full unit on, but obviously with the odds that they present, it's a little bit less likely to happen. So you want to skip these, totally fine. So let's start with the 49ers and the Eagles. The first game, we have the 49ers coming in as a 3-point underdog, plus 126 on the money line. The over-under is set at 46.5. This is an awesome website, lineups.com. What this is, and I've taken a screenshot of this, is the defense allowed for each of these teams. So you can see that the Niners, fantastic defense. Eagles, fantastic defense. Bengals, fantastic defense. Their weaknesses, they don't get a lot of sacks. Kansas City, pretty decent defense, but there's some glaring weaknesses. So that is something that I use to reference a lot of the time and something I use to reference in this video. So we'll come back to that as we progress. So overall, first things first, I like the 49ers to go into Philadelphia and upset the Eagles at plus 126. If you look at what the Eagles do well consistently, it is run the ball. And if you look at what the 49ers can stop, right here, second in rushing yards, 8th in rushing touchdown, they can stop the run. Okay, if they have a weakness, it is in their pass game. I think that Philadelphia relies a lot on the run, dual action with Jalen Hurts, and I do think that the Niners are going to be able to come in with a game plan to stop that and therefore give San Francisco the outright win for 1 unit here. Okay, so let's go ahead and italicize that over here in the summary column. My next play for this game is the under 46.5, and this is just simply because these are 2 top defenses in the league. If you Google total defensive rating, these 2 teams will be 1 and 2. I think this is going to be a very slow-paced game. I don't think you're going to see a lot of big plays. I think you're going to see a lot of slants, in routes, out routes, 3-yard runs, 4-yard runs. And for that reason, 46.5 is quite a total. And I think it's going to go well under that. I don't think either of these teams reach 24 points. And as long as that happens, we should be safe for the under. So, as they are the top 2 in total D, we're going to ride the under here. Now for some more entertaining plays. Deebo Samuel at plus 170 to score. Sorry, better go over and italicize this. I think is a great opportunity. Now, he hasn't had the best season because he's been injured, but he is back, he is healthy, and I think he is motivated. Now, funny thing, Brock Purdy seems to have a favorite target, and that is George Kittle. We all know that. But if you look at the Eagles' defense, they have 19 receiving touchdowns allowed versus 13 rushing touchdowns allowed. I think that you are going to see San Francisco throwing a lot in the red zone for that reason. And one of those reasons also is this, Christian McCaffrey. The Eagles are going to be set up to stop Christian McCaffrey. They are going to have eyes on him. And so I can see Deebo Samuel even taking a handoff, a sweep, something in the backfield and getting a rushing touchdown. But I think at 170, he's a good gadget player that could find the end zone. So that is a full unit play. I like him for a full unit there. And I think it is a good spot for plus 170. My last pick for this game, and then I'll have 5 picks for the late game, is Devontae Smith touchdown, plus 180. Since week 16, the 49ers have allowed 8 passing touchdowns and 3 rushing touchdowns. So they are more vulnerable through the air. Right here we can see it. Okay, they're the only yellow and on this chart of their fantastic defense is their passing defense. So they're more vulnerable. And I think they're going to stop the run early, and it's going to force Philly to throw the ball. I think Devontae Smith gets in the end zone because A.J. Brown is going to get the coverage. He's going to get potentially man coverage with some safety help. They're going to be watching him in the zones. So I think Devontae Smith has good rapport with Jalen Hurts. He's quick, and I think he is going to find himself 6 points. So 1 unit play on Devontae touchdown. So that is it for that game. I like the Niners. I like the under. I like Samuel to score. I like Smith to score. A couple of DSs here. 2 DS. Isn't that a video game? I don't know. Console? Old one, I'm sure. Okay. Second game. We have Bengals versus Chiefs. Before we even get into this, this is sort of a wild statistic. They played last year, same conference finals, for a trip to the Super Bowl. The game ended 27 Bengals, 24 Chiefs. Chiefs were winning at halftime of that game. Bengals came back to win. These two teams met in week 13. Chiefs were winning at halftime. Bengals won the game 27-24. The last 2 games these teams have played have been nearly identical in terms of who controlled the first half, who controlled the second half, and even had the exact same total score, which is slightly unbelievable. It's wild, okay? So, as much as I hate taking a team 3 in a row, well, because that is such a hard thing to do. When we talk about sports, when we talk about series, and we talk about beating a team 3 times, that is the one thing that people are like, oh, a huge advantage to the team that's lost twice. But the more, and to be honest, I had the Chiefs, and the more I was looking through this, and the more I was doing this, the more I was like, I can't, in good faith, take the Chiefs in this game. So the Bengals at the underdog are my money line play. Rationale: did you see them in Buffalo? They made Buffalo look like a Pop Warner team. They made Buffalo look like they could not even compete in the college football playoff. They made Buffalo look horrible. Josh Allen's Buffalo team. In Buffalo. And I have to think if they can game plan for that, they can game plan for a one-ankle Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes is going to play. Patrick Mahomes is going to be probably 95%, 100%. But how fast can you fix a high ankle sprain in a week? We'll see. I think it's at the worst, it's going to limit his mobility, which is something he relies on, and that is just advantage Cincinnati. So I like Cincinnati as the underdog, plus 106. I don't know what this line is going to do. This is Friday at noon right now, okay? January 27th at noon. And this is what the odds are right now, market average. I'm not going to make a prediction. And I think Mahomes' status, quote unquote, what people are saying, the reports about him are going to be the only thing that really changed this line. So if they're saying he's a full go, he's ready to go, there's no problem, he looks great, and I could see Bengals touching 115 plus 115. So maybe wait. But if they say he's been hobbled at practice, he was limited, yada yada, okay, he's got it heavily taped in warm up, we may see more of a minus 115, sort of an even pre-game matchup. So if you're not a risk taker, which is odd for a gambling podcast website, YouTube video to say, take it now. But if you want to kind of take a risk and maybe get a better price, maybe wait till closer to kickoff. Player passing, Burrow over 277.5 is a slam play that I love based on these red numbers right here, based on how I think this game should go, based on what Burrow's going to have to do, based on the fact that when they played in week 13, he had 283. I think this is a softish line, and I think 300 is a reasonable expectation for Joe Burrow in this game. Think of this sort of a quasi hedge to this. If the Bengals are winning, maybe they run a little more and we suffer some here. But if we don't end up hitting Bengals money line, if the Chiefs win, Burrow is probably going to be passing quite a bit near the end of the game. So these two kind of complement each other in a game scenario. My touchdown play is Tyler Boyd plus 300. This is unbelievable to me that he would be plus 300. I am shocked that that number is what I'm seeing across the board. I'm playing this because there's just too much value. If you look at the three-headed monster in Cincinnati, Tyler Boyd has 5, T. Higgins has 7, and Ja'Marr Chase has 9 touchdowns this season. Is he is he the leading touchdown scorer? No. But is he keeping pace with these guys? Is there a clear hierarchy? Yes. And when you can get these two guys at a much worse price, and Burrow's almost triple what these guys are, and he's scoring, for this to make sense to me, if Ja'Marr Chase was 15 and Tyler Boyd was 5, then you could see a plus 100 and a plus 300. But no, you see a plus 100 and a plus 300 for a guy that's not even double the touchdowns. So I hope that makes sense to you. But as far as pacing goes and expectations to score, Tyler Boyd at plus 300 does not match the overall comparison to his counterparts. So I think there's value here at plus 300, and it is a full unit slam. Oh my goodness, guys. Come on. I've been slacking here. All right. A couple of game props to look at, too, and then we'll be finished here, is Cincinnati's race to 10 at minus 108. I think Cincinnati's defense has a clear advantage in this game, and their offense has been close to unstoppable the last few weeks. I like them to score the first touchdown, and I was going to pick a first touchdown score, but I didn't feel confident in anything, and I thought even if they don't score the first touchdown, they can still win this race to 10. So I think race to 10 at a little bit of juice, okay, minus 108 is a great spot for the Bengals, who are clearly showing up with a better defense and, controversial statement, I think a better offense at this point in the year. Final play, and we are just going to have some straight up fun with this one. The last two meetings, like I said, 27-24 with Kansas City, Cincinnati winning. We're going to run it back. Why not? Okay, let's do the same game 3 games in a row. So we're going to take Chiefs halftime, Bengals full time at plus 750 for something that's happened twice. Okay. Let's ride, right? So you can find this under game props. It shouldn't say halftime, full time. And what this means, again, is that the Chiefs will be winning at halftime. The Bengals will win the game at plus 750. That's what I got for you. That's the video. If you have any questions, comments, if you want to share your picks down in the comments, that is awesome. Otherwise, enjoy the games, enjoy your weekend, and we will talk to you next time we have an important game across the slate.